I had a thing I had to do the other day and I blurred my background. So how do I undo that?
In video settings. So if you go down to the little video in the left-hand corner and click on the caret and
Ta-da.
then adjust background and effect, you figured it out. I instead will be using an avatar of a dog.
Instead of you? Oh, nice.
So, oh, it actually moves its
It
mouth
moves
with
its
it.
mouth.
Oh, this is great.
There we go. Hide self view. That's much better. I can't stand like watching you when you talk, and then I watch myself when I talk, and that's just
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
It's off-putting. And distracting.
This is why Nate doesn't watch the podcast after we release it. So look for the Easter eggs that I drop in of Nate that he will never know about. And you can cryptically talk about them in the comments.
What are you doing to me?
Nothing, nothing, nothing. I
Okay.
swear you'll never know.
Oh man, it is like 100 degrees outside, and I swear to God it's 102 inside.
That's rough because if you've got insulation at all, then
No,
oh, really?
no, this was built in the 40s. There's nothing. It's stucco, hollow stucco walls.
I would have thought that would have been retrofitted at some point, like in the 60s or 70s when they did that kind of
N-
stuff.
No, I mean, they did put dual pane windows
Oh,
in,
that's
but
good.
that only helps so much when the walls themselves heat up.
At the house we lived in Anaheim before we moved, the bathroom our bathroom had a medicine cabinet, and the back of the medicine cabinet was against the stucco and the wire of the
Hmm.
backyard of the back wall. And the backyard got so much sun. We couldn't keep anything in the medicine cabinet that was heat sensitive because it would melt or it would cook or it would go bad.
That we have kitchen cabinets that do that.
No way.
Yeah, like
No way.
heating up the canned goods because it's
Oh.
a south-facing wall, and that's the part that gets the sun for the
Oh, so much of the day.
yeah.
Oh, that's rough. I wouldn't think that though because you've got that nice like overhang. I would have hoped that that would have provided some shade, but I guess not.
Overhang. There's
Right? Because oh no, because
oh, there
that
the
wall's
stairwell.
closed.
No, the yeah, right. I know what you're talking about. That stairwell's on the living room side.
Oh my
The
God. That
kitchen side's got nothing.
and I oh, that's gotta be bad. That's gotta be bad.
Yeah, I've pulled cans out of there and I was like, wow, this is warm. Like, don't even need to throw it on the stove. Just crack it open and eat it.
Oh, that's not good. You don't
No,
want
it
to do that.
probably reduces the lifespan of things.
100%. Yeah. 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 Oof. Oof.
Um,
Well, good grief. Are you
that
okay to actually
maybe
record today?
maybe now's the time to consider putting the dishes in that cabinet rather
Yeah.
than,
Yeah.
it's a little
Rather than the food.
counterintuitive for the layout, um, but to not get
Sometimes you
sick,
gotta go with what's working.
right?
That's rough. That's rough. I feel
Anything
like
new? What's going on with you? What's
um
happening?
a,
We haven't talked in a week.
a lot actually. And then last week
Really?
we shot the season finale for this show, and so look forward to that. Um,
Interesting.
but
Well, look back on that at
no,
this
no, no,
point.
no. And look, because this episode is gonna play before we do the season finale.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotcha.
We're near the end
When we
though. You've
spoke previously, thought we had them all. We had
not
we
yet.
have
No, that was my
this
bad.
and
I
another.
I miscounted. I had
Gotcha.
I had it in the folder that has all the episodes. 26 is there. And I had 25 folders before that. But the 5 folders that are in that spot are the finals, are excess, like it's the other like utility folders that aren't actual episodes. And so
Gotcha.
yeah, so it looked right, but we were actually 5 episodes shy. This is one of those episodes.
I'm glad you got that cleared up.
I know, right? Everybody's paying attention to this. It's yeah. Well, there's a lot going on.
Here,
There's a lot going on.
you got a little something on you there. There you go.
Thanks. Thanks,
Get
Nate.
a
I
little fleck
appreciate
of
it.
something near your eye. I got it though.
That's disrespectful. Um, uh,
Whew.
Under Five has been denied for its third of 4 festivals. So I don't think that we're going to have a festival run with that short.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. This one was a surprise too. They extended the notification date and then they like told us 3 days after that date. So I don't feel bad about not being in this festival. I think it's not run very well probably because it's been slagging.
To
Also, their
hell with them,
website
Curtis. To hell
is
with them.
yeah, yeah. And then we got one more, the Albuquerque International Shorts Film Festival, Independent Film Festival. And then we'll find out about that at the end of the month. But I'm really excited about getting something else shot. That's what I would like to be doing, and that's what we're working on right now.
Hmm.
And so yeah, so we've been meeting with directors, and uh, last night, which for people who are seeing this would have been March 17th, it was St. Patrick's Day. Renee and I went and saw a cabaret show by a performer friend of ours named Laura Ward Collins, who is a producer of theater. Right now, she's doing a lot of that in the West End in London. So she
Mm.
was one of the producers for the new Paddington show, which, holy cow, that thing is really cool. The bear, Paddington Bear in that show is amazing. Just amazing, amazing. Worth looking up. I will add a link in the show notes.
Is it
Uh,
a guy in a suit?
it is. It is, but it's a really cool suit. It's a really cool suit. And the music is really good and
Lot
it's
was it
really lively.
better than Disney? Better than Pluto? Better than
Probably.
your Pluto costume?
I mean, it does all kinds of things. You can talk. That's a big deal.
Hmm.
And it's got a lot of freedom of movement. And then she's working on another show and leaving. So we saw her cabaret last night because her great great uncle was George Abbott, who is basically the grandfather of all modern Broadway and musicals.
Wow.
And I forgot what got me here. Crap in a hat. You can't drop a name and then not have a reason for dropping the name. Um, we saw that. Oh, and we've been meeting with directors for Rainbow Bridge, which is the new show that we're trying to make.
Hmm.
And then oh, that's why I brought up Laura, because through Laura and other events that we've gone to recently, we've also been connecting with the Portland theater world in a better way than we have in the last 8 years that we've been here.
Hmm.
Um, and the play Cole is King that I did the reading for last year, I'm trying to get produced up here in one of the like regional theaters in Portland. And I'm working with the writer Quick Jones to try and get that done. And so there's a lot of homework. There's a lot taken up
Yeah.
time. And then Paul, uh, uh, I Hate Mondays and Demons is getting a comic book made right now. And so
Nice.
fortunately I've been able to push that over to Paul primarily and our artist Gary Yap to let them kind of handle it. But there's still a lot to do. Like there's prep work and the worst part about it, dude, is that it all comes
For you
down
to do
to
with the comic book, or
uh-huh.
what are you doing specifically with the comic
Well,
book?
eventually we're going to need to. market it, produce it, and pay for it somehow.
Mm.
Um, and uh, and so a lot of that's going to be exclusive to the Patreon that we're doing at
Hmm.
first, and then figuring out hard copies and stuff like that. Unfortunately, a lot of my connections to the comic book world have been destroyed by layoffs, mergers, and acquisitions. So I really wanted to be able to take what we were producing and go to Dark Horse and be like, hey, remember we did stuff? How about we do stuff again? And I don't, as far as I can tell, none of the people that I worked with before are at the company any longer. And so
You should talk to my buddy Chris Anderson,
you've mentioned that name before.
and he may be able to at least point you in the right direction, if not make some phone calls on your behalf. He's very entrenched with
I am very
that
willing
world.
to utilize any and all contacts to try and get stuff done because
Hmm.
one of the things that will be out well before this episode is out is I have a creative manifesto that I'm putting together in my head that sounds very grandiose, but I feel like now is the time more than ever to be creative come hell or high water and just find a way to make things work regardless of whether they make sense or not. And yeah,
Well, they got to make a little bit of sense, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know that they do because not a lot of things make a lot of sense right now.
Yes, I have noticed the more I scroll through the TikToks and just seeing little short things that I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it's
Yeah.
got a million views, whatever it
Well,
is.
and even just not related to content, but just the idea that the business, there is no this is the way you do it anymore. There are a lot of people that are desperately, desperately, desperately trying to hang on to the status quo and the how things should be and how things work and blah blah blah. But none of it's accurate. None of it's real anymore. You
Hmm.
know, everybody I know who's like us, who has some level of I'm going to say notoriety, acknowledgement, a history and a track record in this business. They're doing what we're doing. There are so many industry related podcasts that are talking about here's what we're doing, here's how we do it, and I'm like, y'all, you've all had dedicated, consistent jobs for 15 years.
Right, right,
And you're
right.
just now feeling the stick of it all.
Hmm.
I want to tell you, there are people like me who have also been here for, 4 decades, who have experienced a couple more gaps in employment. and and you're coming to the realizations that us at this level came to already,
A
which
long, long
is,
time ago. Yeah.
yeah, yet you cannot rely on the money from the people who say they have money because those people are nuts and they never want to give it up and they fight tooth and nail to not pay. And so, yeah, figuring out how to do it and just making it work regardless. The business of it doesn't have to make sense because none of it makes sense. So we need to find the new reality, and the only way to do that, in my opinion, at least as far as I'm concerned, based on the resources that are available to me, is to just do it and let pieces fall into place.
Hmm.
And so far it's been working. So far it's been working. So I'm going to stick with my guts on this and see if we can keep it moving and shaking. Um, In the meantime, I'll scabble together a little cash here, a little cash there, pay out where we can, but there is no business plan that people would recognize as traditional anymore. Does that make sense? Or did I just
Little
ramble?
bit, little bit. No, no, no.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But how so for the kids at home?
Well, I mean, a lot of like Rainbow Bridge feels like the perfect example right now because the material is good enough to get people excited about what we're doing. It's also compact. The current shooting script is 17 pages long, and it could be a vertical. Those 17 pages have like 1.5 minute, 2 minute chunks of beat that are really solid, and if we had to, we could turn it into a vertical.
Right.
And it's super story dense because we were working with the idea that this needs to, whatever story we're going to tell, it needs to be told fast. We don't have an hour. We don't have 10 episodes. We
Right.
have 20 minutes. So give me what we can do in 20 minutes. And because of that, it's just tight. It's real tight. Um and so now the people that have kind of been attracted to it are ready to use the resources they have access to be able to produce it. And then we'll get it out either through festivals or underground releases or just platform based just to get it out into the world.
Hmm.
And part of the reason why Renee and I started our own separate Patreon for our production company was so that we can build up those funds over time uh, to be able to make things. So, we're figuring it out. It's hard to kick the patterns of what you're used to or what's already established.
Yeah.
Like, because what we
And
used to do.
working with the shoestring budget is it literally means a shoestring these days.
Yeah,
Would you expect or would you accept a shoestring as payment?
yeah.
I need the other one. I can cut that one in half and put that in the other shoe, but that's all I've got to spend on anything,
I
you know?
mean, even when we did under five,
Yeah.
we spent less than $300. I basically put it on credit cards.
Mhm.
And the thing that ended up making it where primarily where the budget has gone was to our editor. And I still owe him money. I need to get him his money. And
Right.
I'm basically selling things to make that happen. Um, uh, but but I think this is the reality of what it's going to take to find the new strategies that equal human-led creative business. Because unless you want to pony up to a tech company, which, I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, where actually no, I take that back. It's in episode 6, which has now been out for many, many months. Um, but we talked about how I was talking to a financier, and the first thing they brought up
Hmm.
was AI. And these conversations are continuing quite a bit, where a lot of people are pushing the idea of AI, even if it isn't generative, even
Right.
if it's just workflow assist. And there's some neat things that are coming out of that. Like, did you hear about what happened with Netflix and Ben Affleck's company?
No.
Okay, so this is pretty neat. So Ben Affleck um, bolstered a tech company, and it's AI, but what it does is it only uses the material from your film. That's its knowledge base, just that film. And so you can use your movie to fix your movie. That's their little tagline. And so if you need to correct dialogue, or if you need to add scenes, or if you need to redo something, you can use the AI tools that people have been really worried about and base it all on just the material from your film that you have shot.
Wow.
Yeah. And Netflix just bought that company up and they want to be able to use it in their editing workflow. And I can see that as a useful tool. You're not really taking anybody out of it. What you're
What
doing is
about
you're
assistant editor?
this is more like cutting reshoots.
Okay.
Yeah. Because instead of having to flip flop or change a background, you can now just do that, you know? Or if a line
Okay.
reading needs to be different. So instead of additional days, you could do it in post. You could literally fix it in post.
Hmm.
Yeah. That is a change.
I don't know.
And
I still get the ookies hearing this.
I agree. I agree. I don't disagree with you. Um, but definitely a better use than, you know, hey, Nate, come in. We're going to get a full body scan of you and have you say 600 words. And then we're just going to make the Nate Richard avatar that we can put in whatever we want.
In perpetuity. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, yeah. I actually saw some voiceover auditions for basically training AI to have your voice and yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's rough.
Not gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no good.
Well, my buddy that was living in Las Vegas, he just moved down to Oceanside.
Oh, that's
So
nice over
that
there.
yeah, they're spending the day at the beach right now.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to go. And I bet it's only in the like high 80s. Yeah, yeah. One of the
Yeah.
things that kept me in Orange County for a really, really long time was living by the beach
Mm.
because it was nice. It was really nice. And back in the early 2000s, I was literally a block away. Like it was a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, never did need air conditioning at all.
Yeah.
Just opened up the windows, let the ocean air come in. It was freaking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't have any. We have desert air,
Yeah, and
basically.
Burbank's in the cup too. Like
Yep. In the bowl.
in the bowl. I don't want to say valley because that's a different connotation, but it is a valley. It's
It
just a
is a
different
valley.
valley. It's not the valley, it's a valley.
Isn't it the valley?
I don't think so, is it?
San Fernando Valley, right?
Oh, yeah, but when I think of the valley, I think of the valley. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
know what you mean.
exactly. Yes.
Uh, so yeah, so funding your own stuff,
Yeah.
and that's a topic. I've got a whole hour's worth to talk to you about that some other time.
If we will,
Because I did spend a large bundle of my own money to make something, and the star of it became a heroin addict. So it kind of imploded on itself,
which sucks.
which was yeah, that happened in 2013, and I still have not released it just because you know, yeah, a story for another time.
That's the teaser right now for season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the next episode,
No,
but the following one.
no,
No, not even
no.
close. All right.
It's like it's like
I'll stop trying to count
it's like
them.
6 episodes away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait, that's not true. This is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, it's gonna be, yeah, it's 5 episodes away.
5 episodes away.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're going to spend a little time and talk about how not to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and things were a lot different then too.
They were a lot different.
They were
This
a lot
thing, yeah,
different.
we had contacts that were, significant, legitimate contacts that were ready to help us get it pushed through.
Yeah, and
And
I have sold shows
it
the
was it
traditional
was a
way
it was a no-brainer type situation until
until it
until the
wasn't.
star, yeah, until the star of the thing, yeah, didn't show up on time, and then didn't show up at all, and then
Yeah.
showed up very erratically, and
Save it. Save it.
I will
You're
save it.
giving him too much. You're
Cut
giving
it
him too
all, cut it
much.
all out, cut it
Yeah.
all out.
I'm just gonna fast forward. Coming
Yeah.
2026.
There'll be tears. There'll be tears.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair.
But
Well,
I think it's going to be something that will be the sort of the therapy that I talking to you about it will be the therapy that I need to just release it, just get it out there.
yeah, yeah. It's sometimes sometimes I feel like people don't really understand how traumatic this business is, even without any of the
Baseline,
sex, like,
baseline,
yeah,
it's traumatic.
just the baseline of it. Because nothing works the way it does in any other place. And the more they try to make it work like other businesses do, the more it collapses on itself. Watching Hollywood turn into a tech business at its core has been the most dissatisfying, obnoxious, like disappointing way to see this business go. Because, oh my God, just nothing like a tech bro to just make everything awful. Awful, awful, awful.
I have not had that experience, so
I'll tell you, it
I'm
sucks.
yeah.
It sucks. It sucks. They get so high on their own supply, and then it's like, but how do we make it work? Because eventually it's got to work. That's what's got to happen. And it's never
Well,
about it working.
what's the mentality? They get high on their own supply. What do you mean? What are
Okay, we
they?
got this product. Okay, and you're going to use it. We got to use it. That's the key. We got to use this thing. Okay, what does it help with? It helps with everything. Okay, but is it camera related? Is it editing related? Is it sound, like, how does it help? It's disrupting the whole business. Mm, that's okay. That's fine.
Sounds like some of that entrepreneurial jargon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That
So
there
I
do
have
you remember
been,
that was like the 90s, early 2000s entrepreneur who had the answer for everything.
it's back. It's
It's back,
exactly the same. It's
but now they're
exactly the
tech
same.
bros. All right.
Um, and like first it was a voiceover app for your phone to help you audition for and book voiceovers and record your voiceovers, and you do it all from your phone. That was the first step. That's the first thing that I ever encountered as an actor that became a problem.
But you already do that for an audition anyway.
Exactly. They ignored that giant elephant in the room, and that's why that business collapsed.
It's not an app, it's just you go to the website that all the casting directors use.
Well, that eventually
All the
became the
cast
thing.
Oh, so all the casting directors use this app?
No, no, they
No.
made their own site.
Exactly.
Yeah, they made their
Yeah.
own
All right.
site. And in the end, it's still voice memos. It's just voice memos.
Yeah.
They already have it. It's called voice memo. It's exactly the same. And the microphone correction that voice memos, like Apple and Samsung and Google, every modern smartphone is essentially the same brick. You're really just paying for the software that's on it.
Yeah.
And their noise canceling on these mics is so good now. It
It's
doesn't
great.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's pretty incredible. And the laptops as well, you know?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there was one day we had one of these and I forgot to put my headphones on and it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It did. Honest to God, 50% of the time, I don't need to use our GarageBand audio because we don't talk over each other and it flows just fine. So I only have to worry about one track audio, and the difference,
What about when I'm
not really.
laughing? I'm
It
laughing when you're talking.
it auto sets.
It corrects that for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Hmm.
have to do very little. The
Yeah.
prosumer version of things is quite good.
Hmm.
And I just cut a buddy of mine is doing a documentary and he is going to be doing a Kickstarter to raise funds. And by the time this comes out, it probably will have already happened. But we shot and recorded his like ask video for that and shot it in 4K on a really We used an elephant gun to kill a fly as far
Mhm.
as like the tech that we were using to do this. And I was like, I'll just cut it for you because he had to run off to Europe to go try and house down money. My buddy Joseph is going through the death throes of traditional movie making right now with his
Yeah.
documentary, which is truly brilliant and
Mhm.
has essentially Michael Moore's entire team backing him. And he's got all the right people attached to it. Like if this were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, especially, but if this were 5 years ago, this would already be sold. He would be prepping for a media tour and like things would already be moving and shaking. But
Mhm.
because he's experiencing the end of this traditional everything,
Mhm.
he's having to go into the nooks and crannies to try and get the movie finished.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so he's in Europe right now, tracking all that down, getting ready for a Kickstarter to finish the final edit. And bruh, I'm using Final Cut X to be able to make this Kickstarter video with a 4K image on an unreasonable camera. Um, and it was so easy to just, even in Final Cut, which wouldn't normally make this the easiest thing in the world, I just grabbed my LUT, dropped it in, and I was like, oh, oh my, I look quite good.
Right?
I've made this quite good.
Well, and one of my side hustles, I don't know if I've talked about it on here, is shooting hotels and resorts.
We talked
And
about that. It
we
actually
did.
is in several episodes. Yes.
And I can totally do that with a new iPhone.
Yeah.
And with great results. The automatic functions that it has on it are way better than any DSLR camera, you know. But we've got the 6K big bulky camera on the on the Steadicam and the whole thing because it looks cool for the client,
Right.
you know.
Right. Yeah.
And it's adding work in post because the phone does most of that shit automatically and well. But if you put a phone on a gimbal or something, they don't feel like they're getting that big production value, you know.
Right. And
So that big bulky camera is just there so the client can go, yeah, this is
we're
movie
getting what we
magic.
paid for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very cinematic. Now the phone can do it just fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane.
It's insane. It's
And
insane.
audio is a little different, but when we shoot these hotel things, they're mostly MOS,
Yeah.
mit
And
without
that
sound.
MOS is minus optical sound, but the
I always
the
heard it was
legend.
mit out sound.
Right. That's the legend. And
That's the legend. Are you
when
gonna
it
ruin
comes
it
to
for me?
you print the legend. So yeah, it's minus optical sound, which is
Mm.
what was added to film strips when they were first adding audio to things.
Mm.
And but the story of the German sound guy who was like, "We're shooting at without sound,
Mit out sound.
without sound." Yeah,
Um, yeah. So point being, when we do need audio that 1% of the time, we will use a proper audio package with wireless uh, lavaliers and uh, you know the good stuff.
and honest to God, every independent or young filmmaker out there, I don't care who you are, if you're gonna spend money,
Spend
spend
it
it
on
on
the sound.
sound.
There's
Spend
so
it on
many.
sound.
I've seen so many college student films. That they look beautiful. They look beautiful, but the film is so unwatchable because the audio is so bad.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
cameras are gonna cover your ass. You're gonna have
Mhm.
so much wiggle room in post to be able to make it look how you want it to look, but you cannot
You
make it
cannot
sound
skimp
better.
on the sound. Yes. Over mic it.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing a lavalier and you got a boom or five going. Cover your ass with sound. Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with that. So many potentially amazing projects can be just completely ruined by poor audio.
It's the easy. It's the one place where everybody drops the ball. Everybody's so ready to make a
It's
quick picture.
insane. It's
Yeah,
insane how
yeah,
often that happens.
yeah. And I've had it um, where you have the best of intentions and the right
Hmm.
equipment, and things are clicked in. But even with that, if you don't have somebody behind the wheel who knows what they're doing on set
Oh
with that
yeah.
sound equipment, you're still up a creek.
Oh, we hired somebody's friend of a friend to run the boom, and the boom's in the shot. The boom's in the shot. Not only is the boom in the shot all the time, but it's behind the actor's head.
No!
And I was directing this particular thing, and I look over at the guy. The guy's, pardon my armpit sweat, but the guy's holding the boom like this, and he's like looking like microphone's over there. He's going, and so yeah, the mic's dipping in over here, dipping in over there. Um, yeah,
That's pretty rough.
still better than iPhone audio,
That's
but
that's true. That's true.
mhm.
I shoot weekly updates for our Patreon supporters at Andalon about what's going on and what their money is going to, so that they know that something is happening and it's not just Renee and I sitting over here eating bonbons. Um, and I
Are
used
bonbons expensive these days?
everything's expensive these
Thought the
days.
market price of bonbons went down recently.
I have
Mhm.
no faith that bonbons are cheap, but
You
I
know,
also don't buy
I can't say
bonbons.
that I've ever had a bonbon.
We're coming back to that in a minute, actually, because I have questions. I
You're
have
gonna have to
follow-up questions
describe a
about bonbon.
bonbon to me.
Yeah,
But anyway, so
yeah.
yeah, you've got to basically report to those who have funded you, correct? Is
And
that where you're
I
getting
use
at?
my iPhone to shoot that video. And the biggest tweaks I have to make are to get rid of the room echo on
Hmm.
that. And
Hmm.
I got carpeted floors. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a soundproof space. It is definitely the office that Renee and I use to do stuff. But but we don't have that problem here.
And
Yeah.
and sound that word soundproof, that is a way overused word term. Nothing can be sound. If you were in a soundproof room, you would suffocate and die. Uh,
They offer that $5 million for people who can last an hour in that super silent room that they have at the
I
Microsoft
heard
campus.
about that.
Yeah.
I would be in sheer bliss in that room. I don't understand how anybody could have a problem with that. Explain briefly so people know what you're talking about here.
There is a room in a section of California. It's on the Microsoft campus, I think, but I'll put a link there. I'll put a link in the show notes. And it is the quietest room on earth. It is specially made to absorb sound so that they can run tests on things where sound could be a factor, where sound waves could even disrupt stuff. But it's so quiet and it absorbs so much noise that if you're in there long enough, you actually start to hear the processes of your body that you're not used to hearing.
Like your own heartbeat
Your own
and
heartbeat, the blood coursing through your veins, your breath, your breathing. If you get dry eyelids, apparently you can hear your eyes opening and closing.
mhm.
Um,
And I hear
and
that the longer you're in there, the louder in your own mind that becomes.
yeah, because it's
Is
the only
that
thing it's got to focus on.
interesting?
Yeah.
I think I would actually enjoy that.
Hmm. Hmm.
That sounds like
Well, it's an easy way to
pleasurable to
get
me.
5 million
Are they still offering it? How long do you got to be in there?
an hour.
Just an hour?
The longest anybody's last is 43 minutes.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I would be pure zen in that spot. I would love that.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to follow that up.
Get me
Um,
on the list. Yeah. Make sure you send me the link when you're putting it in.
okay.
Or I'll just do a Google search or whatever kind of old man shit I need to do to figure it out. Because sign me up. Honestly, I think that would be amazing.
What would you do? Like just because it's kind of just a place where you can sit. They don't let you have any books or anything. You're
Right.
just kind of
It's
in the
pitch
room.
black, right?
I mean, no, it's got a light in it.
Oh,
Could be. I guess you could make it pitch black, but God, I feel like that's going to make it harder.
yeah. Bring it on, man. I would. I, I don't know if I've talked about my room here, the second bedroom I have here.
We have talked a little bit about your office, but we haven't discussed
Okay, so my
this.
office, I basically, long story short, I basically built a room inside the room with 1 by 3 real lightweight materials, and it's all framed in with rock wool insulation. It's the green stuff. It's sound dampening insulation. It's completely fireproof. All this, it's very safe, very lightweight, and the entire room is lined with it. So it's basically like instead of a vocal booth, I have a vocal room, so I can play in there. I even played the drums in there, and the only wall that's shared is the neighbor upstairs, and she said it was like a quiet radio, and I was hammering away on these things.
Nice.
And it does give you that feeling like the sound is being sucked out of your ears. Like
Mm.
you feel like you're almost going deaf or something because the sound just isn't traveling from your own mouth into your own ears. It's getting absorbed. Um, and that's if I need to say get up at 3:30 in the morning for a really early job, I will spend the night in that room. And it's also all the windows, everything are blacked out, so it's pitch black in there. I even put electrical tape over all the little lights from the power strip and whatever else. So it's pitch black in there and completely, I mean, it's probably not as good as this room you're talking about
No, they probably
by
not.
any
Yeah.
means,
I
but
have been in
it's
your
aiming in
office
that
and not
direction.
felt like I was going insane from lack of sound.
And I sleep so well in that room. It's insane. Yeah.
Dude, I will seriously send you all the stuff
Yeah.
because I if there's a way to not
I will set a world fucking record with that thing. I will. They're gonna have to like get me out of there in 2 weeks or something. Because I think I would absolutely love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't understand why someone would have a problem with it.
Apparently, it's just really mentally draining to be in that kind of complete silence.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Can we go back to bonbons really quick?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk
So
about bonbons.
bonbons,
Describe a bonbon to me.
it's a confection covered in chocolate, usually with some kind of creamy center or a nougat center. So that's a traditional bonbon.
Sorry, my table's falling apart on me. I don't want
Oh,
this laptop to come crashing down because I cannot get another one.
mm,
All right, we're good. Sorry.
that's good. No worries.
Proceed.
But there was also in the late 80s and early 90s, if you might remember, ice cream bonbons that were made by, I think, Nestle. Um, and it's basically just little chocolate covered candies that are intended to be single bite size. So it's pump, just pop it in your mouth.
If you don't receive them in a Halloween basket, then I probably haven't had one.
Even the ice cream ones, because those were really prevalent for a long time.
Yeah, no, we did ice cream sandwiches on occasion.
Ah, ah, okay.
I don't really have much of a sweet tooth, to be honest.
Mm,
That
mm.
ginger ale, I don't know if you noticed, it's the small can, and yeah. Uh,
Well, yeah, ginger ale is also kind of, it's practically a soda anyway. And I think as we get
oh, it is a
older,
soda, yeah.
the idea of
Very
like
sweet.
The sugary stuff is hard to do.
Yeah.
Like I
I
used
love
to,
dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's the bomb.
it gives me the shakes.
Shakes.
Yeah. Like
Weird.
literally, if I have something that's over 70% cacao, um,
Cacao.
when I take a bite, my body will go, I'll like shiver. And I don't know what triggers it.
Like the bitterness of it?
I don't know. I don't know. Just something about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 80's my limit.
Yeah.
Anything
As
over
as
80.
the quality of the chocolate gets worse, my body takes it better.
I
I don't know what
I
that says about me.
I ate a piece of the 100% baking stuff and it was almost, yeah, it was like a bitter wax.
No, thank you. No,
But
thank you.
milk chocolate, like a Milky Way or something like that, it's like irritates my throat, like
It's
burns.
probably the palm oil because they replace so much cocoa butter with palm oil now to make that
Interesting.
stuff last longer.
And
But
I don't know if this is true, but I heard the way they get palm oil is they dig a trench and then they set the whole place on fire and all that oil runs into the trench and comes down.
I do know fire's involved because it takes out like orangutan environments.
Oh, Jesus.
But they actually don't do that anymore. They have found new ways to get palm oil that don't kill baby orangutans anymore. So that's good.
Yeah.
But there was a time. There was a time
People are
when, yeah,
people are people suck.
yeah, no, late stage capitalism is a real pain in the ass.
Mm.
Yeah, real, real bummer.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been the Nate and Curtis show. Uh, Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and hanging out with us. Do the likings and the subscribings on the YouTube. Come check us out on Patreon if you'd like to support. That would be great. We've also got merch available. Take it away, Curtis.
We're going to take a look at the merch in the link in the show notes or the description down below. Also, want to give out a big warm shout out to our VIP patron, Lyle at the Halloween Podcast. Thank you very much for your support. And if you would like to follow Nate and I, you can do that on Instagram because it's the only social media we care about.